suppose x star is a fixed point. Okay, suppose x star is a fixed point. X star is our fixed point, and eta t is equal to xt minus x star. Xt is the time dependent, xt represents the time dependence of x, and x star is the fixed point. Eta t is a small perturbation. Eta t is a small perturbation. Eta t is the small perturbation away from x star, that is away from the fixed point. Now we want to see whether the perturbation grows or decays with time. If perturbation grows with time, then the fixed point will be an unstable one, and if perturbation decays with time, then the fixed point will be a stable one. Okay, so if eta t, which represents the small perturbation near the fixed point, if eta t grows with time, then the fixed point will be an unstable one, and if eta t decays with time, then it will be a stable fixed point. So then we have to check the differential equation of eta t. Okay, so we have taken eta t is equal to xt minus x star. Let us take the time differentiation of eta t, that is eta dot is equal to d eta dt. This will be equals to dx dt minus dx star dt, and this will be equals to dx dt is equal to x dot, and since x star is a fixed point, so this will be equals to 0. Therefore eta dot equals to d dt of x minus x star equals to x dot, and this we have written x dot is equal to fx. Therefore eta dot becomes fx equals to f of x star plus eta. From here x is equal to x star plus eta. Okay, so eta dot equals to f of x star plus eta. Now if we expand this by Taylor expansion, then we will get f of x star plus eta equals to f of x star plus eta into f prime at x star plus eta square by 2 f double prime x star, and so on. Okay, there will be higher order terms also. Now eta is considered as a small perturbation from the fixed point. So eta square, we can neglect this term containing higher powers of eta, that is we can neglect the terms like eta square or eta cube. So this will be f of x star plus eta is equal to f of x star plus eta f prime x star. Now again f of x star is 0, since f of x star equals to 0, since x star is a fixed point. X star is a fixed point. Therefore, f of x star is equal to 0. Therefore, f of x star plus eta becomes eta f prime x star, and this is equal to f of x star equals to eta dot. Therefore, eta dot equals to eta f prime x star. So, eta t dot equals to eta f prime x star, and if we integrate this, we will obtain eta as a function of t equals to some constant c into exponential of t into f prime x star. Remember that f prime x star is a time independent function. So, eta t denotes the perturbation, and its expression is like c exponential t into f prime x star. Now, if f prime x star is greater than 0, then eta t will grow exponentially, because this term will be positive, and eta t will grow exponentially. Okay, this will grow, and if f prime x star is less than 0, then this becomes negative quantity, and so then eta t will decay. Okay, so as the eta t represents the perturbation from the fixed point, thus when f prime x star, that is the differentiation of function with respect to x at the fixed point, is greater than 0, then the perturbation grows, and if it is less than 0, then perturbation decays. And this means that here, when the perturbation grows, the fixed point is an unstable one, and when perturbation decays, then the fixed point is a stable fixed point. In this way, we can check the stability of a fixed point by linear stability analysis. Okay. Now, let us discuss another problem from the book by Strogatz. This is a problem on tumor growth. The growth of cancerous tumors can be modeled by the Gompertz law, which is the one-dimensional equation n dot equals to minus an ln bn, where nt represents the number of cells in the tumor and the parameters a and b have positive values. Now, the question is, what the parameters a and b biologically interpret, and then sketch the vector field, and from the idea of vector field, plot nt for various initial values, and we also have to check the stability of the fixed points using linear stability analysis. Okay. So far, we have discussed two problems on one-dimensional flow. One is on the population growth, that is logistic growth of population model, where the logistic equation is n dot equals to Rn into 1 minus n by k, and another is the equation of autocatalysis, which is x dot is equal to k1 ax minus k minus 1 x square. Now, our equation, one-dimensional equation, is n dot is equal to minus an ln bn. Let us write this equation as an ln 1 by Bn. Okay, A is a constant related to how fast the cancer cells multiply, and B is related to the carrying capacity. That is, 1 by B is actually the maximum number of cells that can be reached with the available nutrients. Fine. 1 by B is the carrying capacity, which is the maximum number of cells that can be reached with the available nutrients. Now, we will find out the fixed points. For a fixed points, we have n dot is equal to 0. So, n dot equals to 0 will be satisfied when an, which is a equation of straight line, and here I have shown the plot. An is a plot of straight line, and I have also plotted the log n log base e 1 by n. Okay, ln 1 by bn as a function of n. The resultant value, that is n dot, is the multiplication of these two graphs. So, if we want to check the fixed point, then to satisfy n dot is equal to 0, we must have an is equal to 0, which gives n equals to 0, and ln 1 by bn equals to 0, which leads to n equals to 1 by b. So, when n is equal to 1 by b, then this becomes ln 1, and we know that ln 1 is 0. So, the two fixed points are n star is equal to 0 and n star is equal to 1 by b. These are the two fixed points. Next, our question is to plot the vector field. To plot the vector field means it is a plot of n dot versus n. In this figure, n dot is plotted as a function of n. This is simply the multiplication of these two figures. So, here in the vector field we see two fixed points. Here n dot has a value of 0, and here also n dot is 0. Thus, these are the two fixed points. One is at a phase point of n is equal to 0. This is a phase point of n is equal to 0, and here n is equal to 1 by b. These are the two fixed points. Next, in between these two fixed points, n dot has a positive value. Therefore, the flow will be towards the right direction. Since in this part n dot is positive, so flow will be towards the right direction. And after this value after this point n is equal to 1 by b, n dot has a negative value. In this part n dot has a negative value. So, the flow will be towards the left side. Okay. So, we have the directions of flow as here at this part the flow is towards right, and at this part flow is towards right. So, basically n is equal to 0. N is equal to 0 origin is an unstable fixed point, and this is n is equal to 1 by b is a stable fixed point. We can also check the stability of fixed point by linear stability analysis. Let us now do that. Let us now check the stability of the fixed points by linear stability analysis. Okay. For that, we will write n dot equals to an ln 1 by bn as a function of n, and we will differentiate f with respect to n, so that we will get f prime n equals to df dn, and it will be equal to a ln 1 by bn plus an into minus 1 by n. Okay. So, f prime n becomes minus a ln bn minus a. So, we have two fixed points. For the first fixed points, that is when n star equals to 0, then this will be, if we put here n equals to 0, this will have an indefinite value, but when n is tends to 0, then we can write this again as minus a plus a ln 1 by bn. Okay. If we see in the graph, in this graph, we can see that when n is tends to 0, then ln 1 by bn has a, in this part, ln 1 by bn has a very large positive value for n tends to 0. Thus, if we put this here, if we compare this equation, when n tends to 0, this means this term tends to a positive infinity. When n tends to 0, then this term tends to a positive infinity. So, when n tends to 0, that is, if we consider a point near to the origin, then f prime n star will have a positive value. This will be a positive value, that is, this is greater than 0. So, as we have mentioned that when f prime n has positive value, then the perturbation grows and it will be definitely an unstable fixed point. This is an unstable fixed point. Now, let us check stability of the another fixed point, that is when n star equals to 1 by b. Okay. So, f prime n star is equal to 1 by b equals to minus a ln b into n. So, we will write b into 1 by b minus a. This will become a ln 1 minus a, and we know that ln 1 is 0. Therefore, this will be equal to minus a, and since a is a positive quantity, so this value is less than 0. Therefore, at the fixed point n star is equal to 1 by b, f prime has a negative value. Therefore, at this fixed point or near this fixed point, the perturbation will decay. Therefore, this will be a stable fixed point. N star is equal to 1 by b is a stable fixed point. So, in this way we can check the stability of a fixed point by linear stability analysis also. Now, our next question is, we have to plot the variation of n with time, that is how the number of cells increases with time. We have to explain that by looking at the vector field, that is the plot of n dot versus n. From this plot of vector field, we have to draw the trajectories for different initial values of the number of cells. Okay, so here n is equal to 0 is an unstable fixed point, n is equal to 1 by b is a stable fixed point. Here the flow is towards right direction, here the flow is to the left direction. So, if we start at a point, if we start here, then the number of cells will increase with time, because here n dot, in between these two fixed points, n dot has a positive value. So, from this point to this point up to this maximum value of n dot, nt will grow faster and faster, and then the growth of nt will be slower, but it will reach a value of 1 by b after a long time. So, wherever we start in between these 2 points, the number of cells will eventually become the value of 1 by b. That is why 1 by b is called the carrying capacity, which is the maximum number of cells that can grow with the available nutrients. In this way, we can explain the phase portrait, that is this graph, for different initial conditions for the growth of tumor cells. Okay, up to this class we have studied one dimensional flow. In the next lecture, I will discuss two dimensional flow. Thank you viewers. Please share this video so that maximum number of students and concerns could be benefited from this video lecture. Thank you again.